Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, a place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host, LFG. Ripple, Montenegro signed deal on project for unspecified national digital currency. FTX's bankruptcy lawyers and advisors pocket $32.5 million in February. That is your money, ladies and gentlemen, if you lost money on FTX. Winklevoss twins infused Gemini with $100 million personal loan. Right. That's a lot of money being moved around. To the market. Oh, snap. Guys, the market sitting at $1.237 trillion. Bitcoin dominates 47.1. I said we'd probably get to 48. We're close. ETH at 18.7% dominance, and 20 Gwei would get you an ETH transaction. Yesterday went ham. After I got off the video with you guys, Bitcoin decided to tell the world to kick rocks and do what it does best, and that's whatever it wants. 24 hours, 6.24%, ETH 3%, BNB 5.4, XRP 3, Cardano 5.5, Solana putting in almost 10%, Litecoin, nah, it's Litecoin, so on and so forth. Things are looking to the upside. Philcoin 6%, almost 6 on Aptos. Phantom almost 10, 9.5 right now. Stacks 11%, CFX 13. Yeah, green, guys, green across the board. Not a bad 24 hours. Let's go ahead and look at the chart. Bitcoin right now hovering just above 30K, barely holding on, but this is the 4 hour. So we got the breakout of our triangle pattern, and we absolutely skyrocketed past our 28.9 resistance that we have had for what feels like ever. And we have closed multiple 4 hour candles above this. Here's what's cool, guys. This is why I trade. Again, let's say this. I got you. Disclaimer, guys. I'm sorry. I have to say this every time. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. If you are going to trade crypto, please know that it is heavily volatile and you could lose everything. Do your own due diligence, trade conservatively, use stop losses, and don't pay attention to me because I am a terrible trader. But with that being said, this is why I keep things kind of simple and I trade based off of support and resistant lines that I see throughout the charts. We blew past that 28.9, which has been our ceiling for quite some time. Blew past it all the way to our next level of resistance, which is 34.22. Hit it exactly and retraced. Now for the bullish sentiment. Look at this. Touch, pull back, and then retest. Hopefully turning 30,000 into support. Fingers crossed. This is what we're looking for. Bearish sentiment, we break back down to the pattern and we start from scratch all over again. What I would like to see is a couple of daily candles personally closing above this $30,000 level. So this is what it looks like on the daily right now. If I want to get extremely bullish, I want this 30 to become strong support before I do anything risky. So take that for what it is, food for thought, trade at your own risk, etc., all of the disclaimers. Yeah, because on the 4 hour, our RSI and everything is just kind of flatlining. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys made money. I hope people are in profit now. If you are, I would say I would always recommend taking a little bit, just a little bit off table. You don't have to go completely out of the trades, but you know, it has been a while since we've got a pump like this, and why not make it worth it? Outside of that, let's jump to Ethereum. Ethereum is still in this channel. We broke past our 1862 resistance, bounced off the bottom of the channel here to pretty much the top of the channel, and still doing the same thing. This is healthy though, you know, ups and downs, ups and downs. Again, my only concern about this is that this is technically a bearish pattern. An ascending channel is technically bearish, will potentially break to the downside. So again, guys, stop losses. I mean, if you're gonna play these swings, you're gonna get in. Here are your I would say personally, if we break from the channel, I would make 18 even, or like I said, 18, or I have marked right here, 1809, maybe a little bit more, 1810, 1815. A stop loss, maybe a little bit below it, just in case it does hit 18 exactly and bounces and you don't get stopped out. Make 1790 your stop loss level, just to be safe. So that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the news, and I will get you guys out of here on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Ripple, Montenegro signed deal on project for unspecified national digital currency. Ripple in the news, y'all. The deal teased in January could create a national digital currency for a country that now uses the euro. Central Bank of Montenegro announced on April 11th that it had signed an agreement with Ripple for the development of a strategy and pilot program for a Montenegro digital currency in the form of a central bank digital currency or a stablecoin. Wow, what a run-on sentence that was. The country has used the euro as its currency since its introduction in 2022, despite not being part of the Eurozone. More details will be revealed later in the year. Ripple X's Vice President for Central Bank Engagements and Cbdc's James Wallace told Cointelegraph in a written interview. The project will go through several stages, including identifying the practical application of a digital currency or national stablecoin. Wallace indicated that a sandbox stage is planned to put the future digital currency into circulation under controlled conditions. We'll work closely with the central bank to determine its use cases, key success factors, and timelines. The project will begin this month, he added. Central Bank of Montenegro Governor Rado Zujic said in a statement that the central bank would work with the government and the academic community to analyze the advantages and risks that CBDCs or national stablecoins could pose with respect to the availability of electronic means of payment, security, efficiency, compliance with regulations, and most importantly, the protection of end users' rights and privacy, he added. As a central bank committed to the following modern national bank trends, the Central Bank of Montenegro is actively ensuring it maintains an efficient financial system. Montenegro Prime Minister Dritan Abazovic first disclosed the upcoming deal between Ripple and the Montenegro Central Bank in a tweet from the World Economic Forum Davos in January. Well, that's creepy. Anything with the WEF in it makes me highly suspicious and concerned. Ripple has been touting its expansion in the CBDC space for months. Wallace said the company has multiple CBDC projects ongoing around the world and is in dialogue with dozens of central banks globally. If you're holding XRP, I know they're different, but they all work together. Could be good. Moving on. FTX's bankruptcy lawyers and advisors pocket $32.5 million in February. The only people who are going to make money back from FTX are going to be lawyers. The reimbursement expenses for FTX's massive team of legal professionals are just as exorbitant in February as they were in the previous months. February's round of legal expenses for bankrupt crypto exchange, super bankrupt, paying out $32.5 million. Bankrupt crypto exchange FTX has been published, and it remains a scary figure for debtors. Or depositors, debtors, a series of court filings from April 4th to April 10th detailed the monthly fee statements for February of the law firms involved with the FTX's bankruptcy proceedings, which comes to a combined total of around $32.5 million. The figure didn't include the recompense for restructuring chief and CEO John J. Ray III, who pocketed $305,000 in February, according to a March court filing. Ray's wow, I can't read that word. Raise remuneration? Remuneration. God, I'm an idiot. For March came in at a similar figure, with an April 10th filing showing his total fees and expenses were $329,173. The FTX chief billed at $1,300 per hour, killing it, and reported working 255.9 hours. I get that 0.9 in. For the period of March 1st to March 31st. This makes his fees a whopping $327,470, with the remaining $1,703 for airfares, lodging and transport, meals, and other expenses. There's his line items, y'all. His summary of time and fees by professional. The law firm Quinn, Emanuel, Urquhart, and Sullivan sought a total of over $2.7 million in reimbursements for February. Partners at the firm billed between $1,246 and $1,917 per hour, and associates billed between $747 and $1,183 per hour. The total number of hours billed for the firm was nearly 2,610. Again, there's your summary fees, your line items, etc., etc. Lots of money being spent. April 4 filings for the law firm Alvarez and Marshall and forensics investigation consultant Alex Partners detailed in their February fee statement totaled over $11.9 million and around $3.6 million, respectively. The largest amount sought was from law firm Sullivan and Cromwell, which billed a total of $13.4 million for work carried out for the FTX in February by their Burgoyne team of lawyers and associates. Holy shnikes. Meanwhile, on the lower end of the scale, investment banking firm Perella Weinberg partner billed $77,891, while bankruptcy co-counsel Landis Rath and Cobb invoiced $582,604 for February. Advisors and lawyers for the bankrupt exchange billed a similar amount in January, with FTX shelling out $34.18 million for their combined services in January, according to earlier court documents. The fee reimbursements and expenses that FTX has forked out to its phalanx of lawyers, associates, paralegals, accountants, investigators, directors, executives remain tough to swallow for customers still waiting for their money, basically. Nope, gonna get to the lawyers. The bankruptcy is far from over, which is interesting to say because they're shilling out millions of dollars. You would think that the bankruptcy would be coming to an end real soon because the money would be running out, but it's not. And the bankruptcy is far from over, and it's reported that Sullivan and Cromwell alone will reap hundreds of millions of dollars before the first bankruptcy investigation wraps up. Hundreds, ladies and gentlemen. Hundreds of millions of dollars going to these legal teams. While you sit there with your hand out, hoping you get a crumb of your money back. Interesting shit. All right. Last but not least, Winklevoss twins infused Gemini with $100 million of a personal loan. The cash infusion reportedly followed Gemini attempting to get funding from outside investors without success. Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, co-founders of the United States-based cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, have reportedly dipped into their own pockets to fund the business amid the crypto market downturn. According to an April 10th Bloomberg report, the Winklevoss twins made a personal $100 million loan. Sorry guys, I got a hair in my mouth. $100 million loan to Gemini following attempts to get funding from outside investors. Cointelegraph reached out to Gemini for a comment, but did not receive a response at the time of publication. There's a tweet. Bloomberg, go check it out. The reported loan came amid regulators scrutinizing Gemini's activities. In January, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission charged Gemini, as well as Genesis Global Capital, with offering unregistered securities through the exchange's EARN program. The New York Department of Financial Services also reported also reportedly began investigating the exchange following reports many Gemini users claimed assets in their Earn accounts had been affected or afforded FDIC protection. Following the announcement of the charges, Tyler Winklevoss accused the SEC of issuing a manufactured parking ticket, claiming Gemini staff had been in talks with the regulator for more than a year prior to its enforcement action. The complaint echoed that of crypto exchange Coinbase, whose chief legal officer said personnel met with SEC representatives more than 30 times over the 9 months, but still received a Wells notice. That paragraph perfectly explains how completely shady and shitty the SEC has been. Whether you like these companies or not doesn't matter, but that this is a common statement that is coming from a lot of these crypto businesses, that they were working hand in hand with the SEC. We're in talks. We're not hiding anything. We're basically why can't I think of the word? Of course not. But we're basically we're doing what they were asking, giving them what they were asking, and then all of a sudden they get slapped with these bullshit ass fucking Wells notices and lawsuits. Dude, it's all garbage. They just want money. They just want to find them, settle out of court, make a bunch of money because they're not getting any of it. All right, guys, that is all I've got for you today. Let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin one last time before I get y'all out of here. Let's look at it on the hourly. I'm curious. And that is a flat line. Check that out. But on the hourly, let's do this. Potential. That is yellow. Oh, potential for a flag. Flag, flag, flag. Flag, 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 flag. We're going to call that a bear trap. Because that definitely is a bear trap. But we are doing one of these on the hourly, y'all. Keep your eyes on this for a potential breakout. Let's look at it on the 30. Looking real tight in the 30, getting squeezed, needs to make a decision. If this breaks to the upside, we will be looking at a potential price target. Let's say it breaks out on the next leg right there. Potential price target of $30,745. Let's say you get about 75% of that. Let's measure it from the breakout. Boop, boop, doo. Let's say a nice round 35.97. Let's just call it 36. Not a bad scalp if you're working with leverage. Something to think about. To the downside, you potentially could be the same thing. About another 2% drop, which would put us, let's just say a 2% drop. Right around 29.5. Food for thought, guys. Keep your eyes on the charts. Ooh, we might be breaking down right now. Go back to the hour. But guys, that's it. That's all I got for you today. If you are trading, trade conservatively, use stop losses. Don't be greedy. And per usual, if you do enjoy the content I provide here on Boring Crypto IO every morning, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on your bell for notifications to know when I do post a video. Watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos on all your social channels, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I'm out of here.